Hi guys, welcome to the show. I'm Manny.
I'm Terrence.
And here are the goods. How you been?
I've been alright.
Been alright? Have you go to the movies?
Sadly no.
Yeah.
Sadly no, I still haven't seen Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm really upset about that.
Then you missed out on a solid movie, The Grinch, #1.
I've seen The Grinch about 5 different times.
$67.5 million.
I mean, did the Grinch become Santa Claus for real? Like, what's different in this story that I didn't see with Jim Carrey? I didn't see the Dr. Seuss version. I didn't see in the storybook. Man, this Grinch has been done more than Christmas Carol.
First time it's been done 3D animation.
The Grinch has been done more than the Christmas Carol, dude. It's like, I seen Christmas Carol with Mickey. I seen it with real people. I seen it in black and white. I seen it with black people. I seen it Anyway, go on, I derailed you.
Well, The Grinch, 67 million. Benedict Cumberbatch actually took over the role this time, voicing the Grinch. You had Kenan Thompson, who I freaking loved in this movie. It was a great children's movie. I loved it. I loved it. And there were some cutaway scenes reminiscent kind of like Family Guy. Yeah, but it was hilarious.
And when it comes on TV, I'll watch it for free. When the Dr. Seuss one comes on TV.
You know, it's not. For me, the Jim Carrey one is top for me. That's just freaking hilarious to me. But this one was solid, $67.5 million. #2, you said you didn't see it. Well, a lot of people are still seeing this movie, and that's Bohemian Rhapsody.
Which I'm surprised at the reviews that I've seen of. People think this is an amazing movie, and I still want to see Sacha Baron Cohen in this film.
You know, a lot of people probably could care less because Rami Malek's performance is, I'm telling you right now, it's Oscar worthy. He's going to be nominated for an Oscar for this.
I still think Sacha Baron Cohen would have looked like a better Freddie Mercury.
But the performance wouldn't have been as good as Rami Malek's, I think.
Dude, they're lip singing the songs.
The thing that sucks about this, and a lot of people are actually going off about it, is the fact that they got a lot of the facts wrong. So Queen members are actually just pretty much staying away from this thing because Freddie Mercury's legacy is like completely different in real life, and
they greenlit this movie.
A lot of things have been left out. There's like, I believe the drummer had zero to do with it, doesn't want to do anything with it because a lot of the things that they put out there is not factual. So
that's like every docudrama movie that's ever. I mean, not all of it's ever been like.
But a lot of it.
True.
But a lot of it is.
I've seen like 100 interviews that happened after Straight Outta Compton came out. They were like, yeah, that didn't really.
Okay, you say that, and who's the other member from NWA?
Yellow.
The 6th member.
Ren?
No, not Ren, not Yellow. The other one, not the DOC. The other one. There's one more guy. I cannot remember his name.
The Key Grip?
Anyway, when you look at
this other member from NWA,
completely ranting off.
NWA and the Posse,
ranting off.
And all those guys were like in the photo on the album cover. You don't know any of those guys anymore. By the way, go ahead.
It's like bothering me now. Who is the freaking other guy?
I don't know a 6th member.
There are 6 faces looking down on the album cover of Straight Outta Compton. Okay,
NWA and a Posse.
You're gonna have
15 guys on NWA and a Posse.
You're gonna have to edit this. I gotta check this. The Arabian Prince. He is actually the.
Was he featured on one song? I bought every NWA song.
He's on Straight Outta Compton. He's the 6th person on that freaking album cover.
Must have been featured. It was
so there was a lot of things from Straight Outta Compton were missed. I get that, and a lot of people, a lot of things were left out. I get that, but Bohemian Rhapsody suffered the same thing, and I guess the facts on there are just as. More notable, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, just like when they left out. So is it going to be a part of Bohemian Rhapsody where Freddie Mercury was beating up women? That was
dang. D Brown. I thought you forget it. All right, so #3.
That was a bad joke.
That was a horrible joke. Overlord. J.J. Abrams. Overlord.
This is the one I wanted to see, but it's rated R, and I couldn't take them kids.
Dang it! It looks freaking pretty sweet, actually. Yeah. Cloverfield before Cloverfield.
No, I was thinking of Inglourious Bastards.
No, it is. It's Inglourious Bastards 28 days later.
Yeah.
And you throw a little...
Hitler survived and he brought zombies.
Yeah, but I've seen part of it and it looks really intense and gory and just fun, but... Yeah, man.
That's how I want to say how everybody kept saying, it was like, oh, we'll make a grindhouse film. This is making a grindhouse film without making a grindhouse film.
And you know, at first glance when they were showing the trailer and the brothers in there, I really thought that was Boyega.
It did kind of look like
right? I thought it was Boyega. But anyway, so Overlord, 10.3 million. Number 4, Nutcracker, 10 million, is not doing poo, man. I mean, that movie is just not, nope, it's not finding an audience.
I mean, once again, how many Nutcrackers are there? They've remade that movie every decade. Every decade, there's a musical. There's like 3 musicals I can think of right now. There's 3 musicals. There's a black and white one. There's a one that's been colorized. There's a one that like came out in the 70s, one came out in the 80s, and one came out with black people because they always gonna do a black version of everything. So there's a Nutcracker for every person and every type. There's probably a country Nutcracker.
Black Grinch next year.
There's a black Grinch. And the black Nutcracker is called a rock.
Oh man. Number 5, Star is Born. Still racking him up, man. $8 million already has grossed $178 million.
Are we gonna get a Star is Born 2?
No, the dude did. He died. I'm sorry. Spoiler.
Janis Joplin died.
Why do you keep saying Janis Joplin? That's the Rose.
No, sorry, because
not the Star is Born.
No, because somebody keeps telling me that it's the story of Janis Joplin.
No, it is not. That's the Rose. Oh, the Rose
sure? is Janis Joplin?
No.
Do we need to pause and look this up again?
No. Anyway.
I know
$178 million.
Bette Midler was in the original.
No, that was Barbara Streisand.
Whatever.
Anyway, still, like I said, great performance. If you haven't seen that movie, I'm telling you right now, Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga will be Oscar nominated. I'm telling you right now.
Doesn't she look like?
Dud of the week. And this sucks because I really thought this movie was gonna do good. All right, and that's Girl in the Spiderweb.
Nobody thought that was gonna.
The reboot or sequel to the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Yeah, nobody thought that was.
The first one was really good.
Yeah, 15 years ago.
It was not 15 years ago. It was like
15 years ago.
7 years ago. It's 2011, I think. Anyway, but you know, it had Rooney Mara. She was Liz Salander or whatever her name is, and then you had Daniel Craig. So you had that little bit of star power with Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
This one really had just Claire Foy, who's on The Crown, but nobody else that I could see. So
the original movie couldn't get a sequel back then. Why do they think that they still had that audience from 7 years ago? Why do they think they still have that audience now to say, oh man, we've been waiting for this for 7 years?
I don't know.
No, they didn't want to go see the sequel then.
Maybe it's because it was recasted and they wanted Rooney Mara, and you know it didn't work out.
It look like the same chick. Who cares?
Hey, you know who's doing actually pretty good, man? Is Venom. Venom's doing really solid numbers. Just opened in China. Got the biggest opening in China for a comic book movie. Only second to Avengers, I think, but beat Civil War. So
is Venom coming out this week?
In China, it already came out in China.
Okay, so that's what's coming out this week. Venom came out this week because I swear to God we were on out this week.
Now this is no, not yet, but this is hilarious. $673 million is how much Venom has made already. Justice League made $657 million. So.
And look how many people it had in Justice League versus just Tom Hardy. That's it.
Yeah, just Tom Hardy.
Just Tom Hardy.
And Carrot Top Woody.
Cut your hair, please, before you do the sequel. But yeah, I'm really excited about it. I'm excited, but not excited. I'm excited
for Venom
because I wanted Tom Hardy's film to do well. He's a great actor. I don't think he deserved to have a bomb. He already had to sit through the one with the gangsters, the twins, and stuff that it didn't do well.
Legend.
It's like I wanted him to have a win. It makes me feel bad because I'm not gonna get him as Wolverine now because Venom did well, and it makes me think that because this movie did well, it may not cross over to the MCU anytime soon. Also, too, they may go ahead and do all the other crap that they were already thinking about to do that they had to squash because of all the bad press they got from it. But we may now get that crap Venom's Sinister Six movie, that Aunt May movie, the Black and movie.
Oh no!
We may get all that stuff because they're like, oh yeah, we know what we were talking about. Look at all the money that Venom made.
When you look at you got the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse coming out in December. You know, which is pretty much at the tail end of this as a post-credit scene for this.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like, do you think that Sony is just saying, there are other dimensions of Spider-Man. It does not necessarily just stay with Tom Holland.
They might.
It goes
but then that
beyond that
they might want to recast their own Spider-Man.
That's what I'm afraid of. Would you do it?
I don't put that past them. No, you wouldn't do it.
Would you let them take over friggin' Tom Holland and take him out of the MCU?
I could probably see that happening. I could probably see when this phase wraps up that they just pull him. Because they have him on a deal. It's technically to their merger's done. They still don't own him. They just got a handshake and a piece of paper that says like, hey, we can use him for this. But who knows how long that handshake goes to? Maybe it only goes through this phase, and then they get him back solely, and then they could just do whatever they want to. They can throw in Spider-Man retroactively and say like, oh, this is when he first met Eddie.
But with Disney pretty much buying up everything, is it potential that they can just go ahead and just buy this property?
The whole buyout's completely done. It's all free for all. They'll scrap all this stuff. But I'm just saying.
But I'm talking about buying that piece from Sony.
Well, they'll own. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Fox.
Yeah, no, not Fox. Yeah. Sony owns Spider-Man.
So I mean.
It's like, look, either you're gonna let me borrow Venom, or I'm just gonna buy the whole friggin' property.
Because they have to buy Sony. Because right now, because Venom did
they could buy Marvel from Sony.
Well, but then once again, we'll go through this whole, it's like they're becoming a monopoly. They can't buy everybody. So, but...
They can, actually.
The whole thing is that because Venom did so well, they needed Venom to bomb. Because,
well, that didn't happen, obviously.
Yeah, no, because Venom did so well, so now Sony can be like, oh yeah, you guys still want to use Spider-Man? Price is going up. Price is going up.
Yeah, because I need him for Venom too.
Oh yeah, because we don't really want you to have it, because now we want to go ahead and make all the ties to all this other stuff that we're doing, and we need Spider-Man back to do that. I can see once his phase is over.
And it's going to be Tom Holland.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly. I can see once his phase is over, which retroactively kind of still makes it all part of the MCU if they put Tom Holland in anything.
So you got Fantastic Beasts coming out next.
Which I'm actually interested in, and I've never been a Harry Potter fan. I'm sorry, guys.
It has gotten the worst reviews in the Harry Potter franchise.
Oh, and I like Fantastic Beasts so much.
Too many characters. And a lot of people are actually complaining because of Johnny Depp's addition after all of the stuff he's gone through.
I did not want Johnny Depp in the first one. It was surprising to see him at the end. I was like, oh, he was Johnny Depp? Yeah, give me Colin Farrell back.
So you excited?
I mean, not with those reviews, sir. But I was excited for the movie to begin with. I kind of want to see what's going on. I was never really excited about Johnny Depp. I really did want Colin Farrell back. So I'll just see what happens when I watch it. I mean, people weren't really that excited when they saw Venom the first time, and then it still made over $600 million. So.
Okay, so you got Fantastic Beasts opening on the 16th. You also have Instant Family with Mark Wahlberg and Rose Byrne, which it might be a sleeper, I think. Maybe.
You know.
Have you seen the trailer for it?
No. Sounds like a old white person movie. I don't think I'm going to see that.
No, it's the couple, they adopt 3 kids and they go crazy. Basically, parenthood.
That, or I was going to say Daddy's Home Part 3?
Yeah, there you go.
Daddy's Home Part 3. I did see the trailer for it because I said that exact same thing when I saw the trailer. Daddy's Home Part 3.
Yeah, without Will Ferrell.
Without Will Ferrell.
Yeah. So that's also opening up. I think that would probably do well. Mark Wahlberg kind of does need a hit. I mean, he had that with Daddy's Home 2. Then he did that Mile 22, and it did like Mile Zero.
It didn't even do $22.
Exactly. So that's coming out. Then, hey, 20th, man. 20th it premieres. Creed 2 premieres on the 20th. That I am so freaking excited for.
I'm very excited about it. Though I'm trying to temper my expectations a little bit because Coogler didn't write it, so.
But he produced it, though.
It means he got a check. Coogler didn't write it.
It's a pretty good blend of everything as far as drama-wise that Rocky had.
Yes.
And then you mix that with the urban tone that Coogler created, and going off like with the rest of the story for Adonis. I think it's going to be a freaking hit, man. It's going to be awesome. I cannot wait.
Trailers. I just hope I'm not disappointed. So I'm trying to make sure I temper it back a little bit to where I can walk out, even if it's not better than the first Creed, that if it's still a decent film, I will still feel like I got what I wanted, not that like, oh, it was a disappointment. Because sometimes people can walk out of these movies like it's a disappointment because their expectations were through the roof, and it doesn't make it less, because we do a film series that says that you don't hate it.
Will this be on there?
It might. Expectations, people.
Lower them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't because the addition of Dolph Lundgren, those nostalgia freaks are going to be out there. I think it's going to be, hey man, the guy that killed my father, I'm going to fight his son. Man, I cannot wait for this movie. It's going to be so freaking awesome.
Maybe if it was like a tag match. And it was like he fought.
Tag match?
Yeah.
Oh man! All right.
Tag match in boxing history. The first tag match ever. It's like we'll get it. He'll tag in Rocky, and Rocky will fight Drago. Drago will tag whatever his son's name is. He'll fight. And then he'll go get Thunder Lips, and he'll come in and slam everybody.
All right. It went south. If you guys have already seen The Grinch, hey, well, don't worry. You got Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet also premiering on the 21st. That looks like it's going to be huge. Well, huge.
I mean, you sure? Because it could do Nutcracker numbers.
It will not do Nutcracker numbers, no way. You got John C. Reilly coming back. You got Sarah Silverman. Gal Gadot is in that movie. Taraji P. Henson, where she's not Cookie.
She's not Cookie.
I'm buying it, man. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Proud Cookie. Proud Cookie. Anyway.
And what's it? Baby Boy. What was her character in Baby Boy?
Never seen it.
It was screaming and whining. That's her character. Because that's her character in everything. I love you, Taraji.
Oh, man. Anyway. All right. So, let's talk about this Detective Pikachu.
I thought this was a joke movie. I thought it was something like they could throw out. It was like, hey, we're gonna do this movie, and then they get all the backlash, and it was like, nah, we're just joking. We're not really gonna do that movie. So when things kept coming about Detective Pikachu, they were like, oh, we cast this particular person. They started production. I'm still like, this movie's never coming out. And then the trailer hits.
What do you think about this trailer?
They did enough to make me want to see this movie, because I did not want to see this movie when they first announced it.
Why?
Because I was thinking about Super Mario Brothers and thinking of how a live action version of a cartoon does not work. It didn't work in the Smurfs. It didn't work in Super Mario Brothers. It didn't work in.
It worked with Space Jam. It worked.
That was a combination between both, and it wasn't like Bugs Bunny was a real bunny.
But it was hilarious. Well, that's true, but it's still live action and animation, which we should have actually done the top 5 on that. But anyway,
the only time this worked was with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay, it worked with Roger Rabbit.
Once again, wasn't a real rabbit.
Well, that's not a real freaking Pikachu. They're still 3D animated characters.
You win that point.
Exactly. But you have, the combination of both live action and animation, I loved it. I thought that they blend really good. I thought the little bit of the action sequences were there. They did the characters justice. All of them really looked the part. Yeah. I liked it a lot. I thought the trailer was great.
I think they did enough to
great effects.
The world accepting a Pokemon. It wasn't like, oh, what are these little monsters running around? It was like, it's just like they're entrenched. That's just what the world is. There's Pokemon and people walking around, and there's trainers, and people just do this stuff. And I was like, okay, that was enough to kind of get you. It's like you just accept everything, you just kind of go forward with it. But the tone of the movie is where they got me. You know, it's like, yes, this is Wilfred.
This is where, this is Wilfred with Elijah Wood.
Elijah Wood. I was like, because that was enough to get me on board, because Wilfred was funny in a sense that, if you've never seen it, where like Elijah Wood was talking to his dog, and he could hear what his dog was saying, but they represented him talking to his dog as a man in a dog suit, but everybody saw it as a cute fluffy dog, and that's the way they see Pikachu. Which actually would have been better if they put a man in a Pikachu suit. That would have been awesome. But he talks to Pikachu in that type of manner. And it's like, I talk to you like a regular person. Everybody sees you as this cute little, fluffy little thing that zaps people, you know, and battles other monsters to death.
2 things I want to say. One, you forgot Christopher Robin and how... Okay, that didn't do like hardly anything, but that interaction was still good. But
nobody cares about Winnie the Pooh.
Nobody cares about Winnie the Pooh. All right, I'm gonna get beat up for this, so I'm just gonna say it. You know what the bad part about this is, in all honesty, for me, is Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu.
Wait, that's the bad part? That's one of the parts that sold me on it, because it was like they flashed his name, and I was like, oh my god, he's Pikachu!
Because you have a man crush on the guy, but I'm just saying that.
I'll watch you win anything, Ryan.
Especially Blake. Anyway, so I thought that's hilarious.
That is the best line ever.
I thought, in all honesty, no, I love Ryan Reynolds. I think it's gonna be hilarious. I think he's gonna be great in it. But his presence and his personality,
you think it comes across too much as
is
Ryan Reynolds?
So out there. Yes, it's a distraction, and I think it takes away from Pikachu himself.
Was it? I think I know what you feel like. What was the movie with Shia when he did the voice for the Penguin?
No. Baloo was your...
Oh, yeah, Bill Murray.
Bill Murray is Baloo.
It was just Bill Murray. It wasn't Baloo anymore. It was just Bill Murray.
Right, and that's how I feel about this. Now, I'm not a Pokemon fan. I never have been.
Where's my Pokemon?
But looking at the trailer and, you know, pretty much knowing more or less what it's about, but hearing his voice and the way he's talking, it's Van Wilder.
I first thought it was...
Van Chu.
I first thought it was
Pika.
Weasel. That's what I first thought it was. TJ
Miller.
Yeah, TJ Miller. That's what I first thought it was when I first heard him, and then like I said, they flashed the thing, and I was like, I didn't even get Ryan Reynolds right off the bat. So I wanted, because I love his comedy, so like his spontaneity and his the way he can, you know, kind of work off the cuff, and he's witty, he's there.
We move it.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I love to see him in anything.
It's just,
especially Blake Lively.
but it's just too much. I thought his personality was too much. So. All right, the other trailer that we saw was Toy Story 4. Okay. So you got the teaser trailer where they're all holding hands, cameras, panoramic, and it's going all the way around with all of the characters, you know. And it's really good to see these guys. It's good to see all the characters back after Toy Story 3.
Right.
Didn't that almost make you cry?
Well, but the first thought that I had was like...
No, I mean Toy Story 3 almost made you cry.
Oh, God, that movie was sad. That wasn't that. This should show to kids. It's the worst movie ever to show to kids. It's
but you see it, and then you finally get the last character, which is Forky, and he's freaking out, and then once he lets go, and then it's all chaos. Right. I mean, it's just it's just to show the characters and let you know it's coming out.
Yeah, and all it's coming back and blah blah blah. My thing about it though, and when they were doing it, only thing I could think of is that when Toy Story 3 was when?
June 18, 2010.
8 years ago. 8 years ago. Mm-hmm. Isn't that girl going to college just like Andy was? Is she ready to go to college again?
Well, the time, I mean, South Park is in year 20 and they're still in the 4th grade. Touche. Anyway.
Well, that was my whole thought. I was like, is she going to college again? Are they getting dumped again? And I was like, am I going to cry in Toy Story 4?
Why didn't they just leave them in the daycare then? They could play with them.
Daycare would have been the best thing. All they had to do was get rid of the
But they would have turned into Muppet Babies.
They would have turned, all they do is get rid of the bear.
The best thing was, my favorite actually is the second teaser with the Key and Peele. You know, the Key and Peele characters, that was hilarious. I love that one a lot. That one was actually my favorite out of the two.
You know what's funny is that when they were doing that thing, all I kept saying to myself was, this would have been perfect for Kevin Hart.
No, because then it would have been Kevin Hart. It would have been again with Ryan Reynolds, same thing.
Still Key and Peele. It wasn't like you know it was Key and Peele. It's the same. What's funny is that the characters that they were doing were Snowball. They were doing basically Snowball from my Secret Life of Pets.
Okay.
They were doing that, and that's like that was the one thing that I like Kevin Hart in. So that's why when they were doing that, I was like, this could have used Kevin Hart.
Finally.
The only thing I will ever ask for Kevin Hart to ever be in is voiceover.
Oh, man. So tell us what you think about the 2 Toy Story trailers and Detective Pikachu. Was Ryan Reynolds perfectly cast for Pikachu or no? Top Gun 2 has been, the production's halted because Tom Cruise wants to fly jets. He wants to learn how to fly jets. Because you know Tom Cruise likes to do his own stunts. He already broke his freaking leg or his ankle when doing Mission Impossible.
Tom Cruise is
6, right?
We're going to talk about Tom Cruise died today. That's what we're going to talk about. Why does he need to learn how to fly?
He's Jackie Cruise.
He didn't know how to fly.
It's Jackie Chan for white people. He's the white Jackie Chan.
That's why he did. That's why he's the last samurai. Because he's... Yeah. No, but it's like, why does he have to? It's not like in the first Top Gun you knew how to fly. You there, they cut away. They had real people do the flying.
Because he wants to do his own stunts. So now he's going to learn how to fly jets. Now, he's obviously not going to do all of the scenes.
Then why do any?
But he is going to do some scenes where he's actually flying. If this in fact happens, he's actually going to be the very first actor to ever fly jets on film ever in the history of cinema.
This is like when you were talking about when you were saying, was it Ryan Johnson is gonna do shots in space? That's how ridiculous.
It was Colin Trevorrow for episode 9.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
He was gonna actually shoot scenes in space.
Scenes in space because Star Wars is real. Look, Top Gun's not real. Tom Cruise don't need to fly. They have special effects for this. They have real pilots who can make the scenes better because they know how to do this stuff.
So let's look back to Tom Cruise's career. No. Did he really bite Kristen Dunst?
He probably did. Probably did. He's like,
oh man. So tell us what you think about Tom Cruise flying jets. That's hilarious to me.
It's horrible.
I don't think he should do it either. I mean, you're wasting time.
You're wasting time and money.
It's getting pushed a year. It's not going to come out until 2020.
And the budget's going to go up now because now they're going to teach Tom Cruise how to fly.
Unless he's paying for it himself.
And if he wrecks a jet, who's going to pay for that?
Yeah, I guess so. So we just really, really, want to acknowledge Stan Lee. You're going to be missed for sure, man. You're an icon. We love you. Quickly, what's your favorite cameo?
Which is funny. It's it's the one where in Incredible Hulk where he gets the soda and he drinks it. And you always say, "Oh my God, he's gonna Hulk out!" And then he never does.
Mine is the DJ in Deadpool.
Oh yeah,
in the strip joint. That was awesome.
Or my other one was even though he actually didn't show up. Well, actually he did show up for a brief second for Deadpool.
Oh yeah.
For when they do the not Deadpool for Logan at the beginning of Logan.
Okay.
Yeah, where they did this like, shut it, Stan.
yeah. And Mallrats. When he gives life lessons to Brody. He gives life. I'll do it anyway. I said cameo. Life lessons for Brody by Stan Lee. Listen to the man.
That was my 2 year and 2.
Comment below. Let us know what your favorite Stan Lee cameos are.
If you're like me and you think China's too harsh and you think that they should redo I can't even say it anymore. Like, subscribe, comment, because what I was going to say didn't make any sense because my tongue couldn't even get it out. If you want to see the show get better, make sure you go to our Patreon, which is patreon.com/thegoods. The Goods. And contribute anywhere from $1 on up. We have a bunch of gifts and prizes for everybody who contributes, as well as getting your name on the show. Right.
For Aspen and Art, wherever the hell they're at, I'm Manny.
Terrence.
And that was the Goods.
In a posse.
You're going to have to edit this. I got to check this.
Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, DJ Yella, MC Ran,
Arabian Prince. Okay. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. The Arabian Prince.